snow and ice smashing into cars, the highway danger catching drivers off guard, and how police are taking action.
Fed up with winter? Well, temperatures are set to rise. I'll show you when we have a chance at topping 50 degrees.
A woman shot dead in a mall parking lot. The man police say pulled the trigger, and how the two knew each other.
Big Papi ready to play. What the Red Sox slugger is saying about his future in Boston.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at 6 starts right now.
And we begin tonight with breaking news at 6 o'clock. A train hauling new cars derails on South Main Street in Gardner. 4 of the train cars jumped the tracks. They're on their side. WBZ News Radio's Ben Parker's on the scene in Gardner, where the cleanup could take days.
4 rail cars of this Providence and Worcester Railroad train derailed about 4 o'clock this afternoon. The 4 cars laying on their side of the South Main Street crossing that is right down the street from Route 2A. There were about 80 cars, we're told, on board this train. The rest of the train, which did not derail, was taken further down the tracks, including the engine. No injuries here. One of the train cars is laying on its side with its wheels have actually come off of the bottom of the train. Now, this train carrying vehicles, cars and trucks, we're told they're Fords and Subarus, and we're headed somewhere. This train was just coming through the city of Gardner on its way to wherever its destination was. Providence and Worcester Railroad officials are here. They're trying to figure out, one, just what happened. And, of course, one of the things they're trying to figure out now is how they're going to get these 4 cars that are laying on their sides uprighted and out of here. In Gardner, Ben Parker, WBZ News.
Also breaking right now, the Department of Homeland Security issues a warning to airlines concerning explosives in shoes. Good evening. I'm Paula Eben in for Lisa.
And I'm Jack Williams. The government says this is not tied to any specific threat, but instead is based on terrorism chatter. Now, this involved flights to the United States. So we better all expect more pat-downs and other security measures if we're going to fly. Homeland Security is issuing this out of an abundance of caution, they say.
Developing right now, a Worcester home torn down. Heavy snow and ice simply became too much for this abandoned property to handle. Our Christina Hager is live on the scene in Worcester. Christina?
Well, we are watching this building become Worcester history. When we first got here, this building was standing, but the roof was buckled in. We watched the gap widen, and then the city brought in this crew to finish the job before it could collapse.
About like 1:30, 2 o'clock, we heard the roof part coming down.
And then the wrecking crew came in to finish the job off. The district fire chief says it's because it's an old building. It was vacant and neglected, too weak to hold up to the weight of the snow, ice, and rain.
You will hear a lot of popping and cracking before it actually collapses. You will hear, you will have a warning if it's going to happen. So, but once it collapses like this did, this is pretty quick.
Neighbors were evacuated for some time while crews tried to assess how long it would be before this partial collapse would become a full collapse.
If that comes down, that's coming right through my wall. And then I'll be dead. That's what I'm worried about.
And that's what the city crew here is trying to prevent. The plan is to not take this down all the way to the ground, but just to take it down enough so that it doesn't pose a danger to neighbors. And the district fire chief here in Worcester says this should serve as a warning to all homeowners. The snow that's piled up on roofs right now, especially with the rain that we got today, and possibly more on the way, could be a danger. In Worcester, Christina Hager, WBZ News.
Certainly is. Christina, thanks. Snow and ice also brought down the roof of a Framingham barn this morning. Sky Eye was over the scene. The collapse trapped several animals inside the barn. Rescue crews rushed to pull cows to safety, and despite their efforts, 2 of the animals died, and more than half a dozen others are in shock.
Boy, when is this going to let up? Another evening and another messy commute.
Feels like Groundhog Day. We are dealing with a new round of rain and snow. Of the last 6 days, 5 have included snow. One day we were spared, Monday. Today's no exception, but we are getting a little bit of everything from snow to ice to rain. Our chief meteorologist, Eric Fisher, has his eye on the storm. What could be next?
It was an interesting afternoon, right? Because a lot of folks said What's going on? It's snowing so heavily outside, but today's event much faster moving than yesterday's, and all these snow totals happened in just 60 minutes for most towns. The biggest one that we've seen, Townsend at 3.6, Leominster at 3.4, Concord a little over 2, and Bradford about 2 inches of snow. Certainly not a big event here, but when it came down hard, the travel was certainly very difficult for a time this afternoon. Now tonight, there will be some spotty freezing rain and drizzle here across much of central and western Massachusetts. A couple snowflakes, not major, but a little bit of ice on top of what we've seen, and certainly some slow travel out there across the area. The snow from earlier today, that's out to sea. The rain almost gone out here on Cape Cod. Still a couple of heavier downpours, so just a sloppy mess for the Cape. Temperatures in the 40s with rain on top of snow. And then this is the area we're watching to the west. Some light freezing rain here around the Connecticut River Valley. This is going to try to come east. Will start to dry up as it approaches the Boston area, but still some icy conditions and a lot of fog outside as well. And then we look forward toward the next storm. And we get a break for most of tomorrow. There'll be a freezing rain potential tomorrow night, especially interior Mass and up into New Hampshire and Vermont. Dense fog will be likely as that mild air comes up and over the snowpack. And really a spring-like Friday for many. We'll get showers, temperatures in the 50s, gusty southerly winds. Begs the question, what happens this weekend? We'll talk about all that coming up in just a little bit. Jack, Paula?
Eric, thank you so much. And our entire weather team is staying on top of the very latest AccuWeather forecasts. Online, you'll find interactive radar, the latest weather blog, and your pictures from the storms. You can check it all out on cbsboston.com.
Boy, a bizarre death. A Worcester woman has been killed, and tonight say her co-worker is responsible.
The police discovered this woman's body under a car at the Auburn Mall last night. Investigators say 27-year-old Vu Van No shot the woman. The two carpooled to work together. She even helped him get his job. And now the family of 46-year-old Nung Nunen is trying to make sense of it all.
Doesn't click in any of our heads that, you know, someone would have that aggressive behavior to even, you know, touch my aunt and to hurt her in any shape or form.
Police say they found blood inside the suspect's car and found a gun at his home. He's now being held without bail. One of the victims in a string of attacks in East Boston is telling her story tonight. The woman's name is Angelica, and her son is translating for her. Angelica was about to visit her cousin on Monday afternoon when she was attacked in the entryway of a triple-decker.
He grabbed her and threw her to the floor. And then he was like kind of covering her mouth and her nose, trying to suffocate her because she didn't stop screaming.
Angelica's cousin came down the stairs to let her in and frighten the attacker away. Police are looking for the man now who they say attacked 2 other women that same day.
Coming up on WBZ News tonight, a danger on the road. Hey, why aren't people getting this? The hazard catching many people off guard and what police are finally doing about it.
Also ahead, Papi's payday, the Red Sox slugger talks money and his future. We're live from Fort Myers.
Then coming up later on Wednesday's show, we're going to have some fun. The joy of watching a terrific 9-year-old have the time of his life.
And we've got a little bit of good news in the forecast, at least some milder temperatures, but also some more rain on top of our snow. All the details coming up.
A man pioneers a way to see the unseen. Radar, forever providing safer journeys. The Mazda 6 uses radar in its available class-exclusive suite of 7 safety features for greater confidence behind the wheel. Introducing the Mazda 6. What do you drive? Now, lease the 2014 Mazda 6 Sport for $199 a month for 36 months.
It started with our discovery that an aspirin a day can prevent heart attacks, saving lives worldwide. It continues at Brigham and Women's, where we're pioneering the latest advances in heart valve surgery. And cells created here are regenerating heart muscle, bringing the dawn of new hope to millions who had none. Life-giving breakthroughs. It all starts here. Brigham and Women's Heart and Vascular Center.
That's mine.
That's mine.
That's mine.
Come on, Kurt.
It's mine.
Kyle, revenge is best served with 272 horses.
Current 9 GMLCs. Lease this 2014 ATS for around $299 per month. Visit NewEnglandCadillac.com.
Okay, 6 more visits and you'll have your new dentures.
6?
6.
3,
6,
4,
6,
4.5,
6,
5.
6. Okay, hold it. Let's try something new.
Okay, Mrs. Tucker, your dentures will be ready this Friday. You can do that? We do that. No way. Yes way.
No, no.
Yes. Wow.
Aspen Dental is doing whatever it takes to give America a healthy mouth, like on-site denture labs for dentures in days, not weeks. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL, because your mouth is our mission. How are you?
Seize your vacation with a Southwest Airlines sale. Go to southwest.com, where our lowest fares are now available, as low as $69 one way. Book now at southwest.com and Carpe Vacay.
Hey, son. Can I borrow your car?
Again? How long?
Not long.
You're not gonna do anything stupid, are you? Oh. And have it home by 10. 10? Okay, midnight.
The Mercedes-Benz CLA.
Dad!
Available at Herb Chambers for an affordable $30,895.
We continue to follow breaking news right now. A train hauling new cars derails on South Main Street in Gardner. These are live pictures coming to us now from Mobile 4. Apparently the last 4 cars jumped the tracks and they are on their sides right near a home there. And you can see that's the bottom of one of the trains as the train lies there on its side. So South Main Street is blocked. It could remain that way for days, according to the mayor of Gardner, who we spoke with just about an hour ago. He said in the 40 years he's lived there, he's never seen anything like it. So this is an ongoing situation in Gardner throughout the evening. Well, you see it all the time, chunks of snow and ice flying off the tops of cars and trucks long after our storms end.
Hey, I think people will be getting the message by now. Signs along highways warn drivers, clean off your vehicles of all that snow. But as our John Keller shows us, it's something a lot of people simply ignore.
I was driving on the expressway this morning, and I was a couple of cars behind a box truck, and frozen snow was coming off the roof.
State Highway Chief Frank DePaula is just as fed up as the rest of us with the far too common practice of not bothering to remove the snow and ice from your vehicle. It's a common cause of wintertime accidents, despite a steady diet of state police warnings and tickets that can range up to $200.
What are the most creative excuses they give you?
Oh, I have to get to work. I forgot. I didn't notice. There are a number of excuses, but I think it really revolves around people not taking it as seriously and foreseeing the seriousness of the problem.
We're on the road in mid-afternoon with the temperature pushing 40 degrees. Perfect conditions for clearing that snow and ice right off your vehicle. But as you can see, it didn't take us long to find an offender. Minutes later, this rocket scientist on the left passed us at high speed, the better to shower us with shards of snow and ice. And then there was this lady, the one with the unusable rear windshield. The driver of this vehicle was too busy to talk with us as she exited with her 2 young daughters. Also, apparently, too busy to make it safe for them.
Please, take into consideration and be courteous to the other drivers around you and clear the snow off the roofs of your vehicle before you head out.
Or else, state officials say, get ready to see more stops and fines.
When that sheet of snow comes off and you're hoping it doesn't hit your car. We've all been there.
John Keller, at large.
Wow, saw it just on the Mass Pike this morning, right off the top of a tractor trailer.
All over the place. Come on, people, clear off those roofs. That's our model. I think people are so darn disgusted, by the way, that they've just given up on many things about life. They're just sitting in their car sucking the thumb.
Can't do that, but go to Eric Fisher, our chief meteorologist. You've had your eye on this whole situation. Can you believe the kind of stats we're racking up this winter?
Yeah, we're getting there for sure. I mean, it's kind of harsh, right? It's winter, it's New England, it snows. We're nowhere near a record season here. We can get through this, I promise, but it has been pretty rough out there. Boston has recorded measurable snow 10 of the last 19 days and below average temperatures 15 out of the last 16. Now, we're going to remember this one for a little while. It's been a busy storm pattern. Here's the one from yesterday, moving off quickly to the north and east. Today's moving over the top of us right now and out to sea. And then the next one in the hopper, this is across the Rockies. This is a bigger problem for the nation at large as we head into Thursday and Friday. Here in the evening time frame, what we're watching is drier conditions around Boston. Still some rain coming down pretty heavily across Cape Cod, especially the outer Cape, over by Hyannis and down into Nantucket. That will be gone in about 45 minutes. And then one more batch of some freezing drizzle and some snowflakes here, right around the Connecticut River Valley, around Amherst. It's going to try to work its way east toward Worcester. A lot of that will start to dry up a little bit, but there's also some fog out there. Temperatures are below freezing, particularly central Mass, southern New Hampshire, and western Mass. And so any of that moisture that falls or is hanging in the air will freeze on contact. A visibility down to a quarter mile in Worcester now and a quarter mile in Falmouth. So be careful traveling out there this evening. Temperatures generally will hover in the 20s. As we head toward later tonight, the wind starts to kick up a little bit more from the west. It's a drier air direction, and that will get some of the fog out of here, and we'll get the precipitation out of here. Kicks off a great day for us tomorrow. We start off with some sunshine. Sunrise is at 6:33. A breather from all of this. We'll have a beautiful lunchtime hour with temperatures near 40 degrees. And as we get toward the afternoon, the clouds will quickly come back in, but we'll go through an afternoon drive without anything falling from the sky. Isn't that a novel concept? Highs tomorrow, we're looking at temps in the 40s for Boston and Taunton, Beverly. May stay in the 30s here around the Fitchburg area, westward and up into southern New Hampshire. A lot of snow on the ground. You're basically refrigerating your own air mass at this point. Now, as we head toward tomorrow evening, there's an issue. We've got this warm front. It's trying to work its way in. We've got the clouds. And as the moisture moves in, there'll be some showers breaking up tomorrow evening. Now, where that snow is very deep and where cold air loves to sit, again, those aforementioned areas around the northern Worcester County and the Merrimack Valley, we could be talking about some freezing rain. That can linger well into tomorrow night before we finally get the push of warm air heading into Friday. And then Friday afternoon, a line of downpours comes on in. We'll probably see less than a half inch of total rainfall from this. We'll have to watch that, but it's rain on top of snow, a lot of pressure on our rooftops, and certainly tomorrow, a great day to get that out of the way. In terms of our eye scale, we do have a 2 moderate impact. Here's the area we're watching in yellow for the freezing rain, which is just tough to deal with, but also it may linger into the Friday morning drive, so some icy conditions. Doesn't look like a big power outage type of setup, just icy outside before the warm air can work its way in. This weekend, again, another little break. We've got 40s, beautiful Saturday. Sunday, we'll watch the chance for some snow late in the day. Temperatures at least average, which will feel great compared to where we've been and great compared to where we're going. Next week, the cold will return. So here's a look at your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, just soak it in. It's going to feel pretty good. Tomorrow night, we'll see that a mix of some showers and freezing rain coming through. Friday, almost spring-like. By the afternoon, we're into the 50s. Saturday, Sunday, not bad. And then next week, it's 20s by day and potential snow by Wednesday. We won't talk about that too much just yet. Jack, Paula, back to you.
Just hold off for now. All right, Eric, thank you so much. So busy weather day, busy sports day.
And thank heavens, we have some good sports news coming out of Florida.
Yes, we do.
We just want to see pictures.
And how about some peace smoke? Just everybody just get along out in Florida, huh? You happy for that? We'll show you some pictures. All right, let's set the record straight. David Ortiz wants to stay, and the Red Sox want to keep him. That is the bottom line. Sox position players will start their official workouts tomorrow. We're 8 days away from the Sox first spring training game of the season. Big moment for the Sox off the field today as they got sized up for their World Series rings. Team tweeted out pictures of David Ortiz and company gearing up for their new bling. Let's go down to Dan Roach in Fort Myers. He talked to Big Papi today. Roachy, there you are. What did Papi have to say?
Stevie, here's how things stand when it comes to David Ortiz. He, despite all of his critics, David Ortiz, the final year of a 2-year contract, wants to add one more year. Yes, he hit .688, won a World Series ring this past fall, so he feels like he should get it. Ortiz, despite his critics, talked about that contract and possible extension again today.
David Ortiz went out and did some damage with his bat Wednesday morning at the Red Sox complex here in Fort Myers, then met with the media, and we got an update on where things stand on a possible 1-year contract extension.
Conversations are good, and my bosses, they're more than happy to, talking what we're talking about. They trying to get this out of the way so it doesn't begin to be a distraction.
Sox principal owner John Henry made his first appearance at the spring and gave us an Ortiz update.
It's conceivable. It's something that we'll talk about. We'll definitely meet with him.
Ortiz can't understand all the chatter these days about him talking about his contract.
Is it tough, though, to hear when you're winning your 3rd World Series, your World Series MVP, you hit .688 in the World Series? Is it tough to hear?
This is a little crazy. It's not tough, but it's a little crazy. It's a little out of hand. People sometimes want to make a big deal about a guy like me asking for another year extension. when some of us are asking for 10 years extension.
Ortiz also wants to make one thing clear when it comes to his anger.
My problems are not the Red Sox. My problem ain't the fans. You know, I'm super happy to be here. I try my best every time I go out there. It's just a couple of haters out there always flipping things around.
Now, when it comes to those critics, I asked David if they motivate him. It says it does. And he also said he's hungrier than ever to get back on the field this year and try to win another World Series. With the Red Sox here in Fort Myers, Florida, I'm Dan Roach. Steve, let's go back to you.
All right, Roach, I think those haters are in the media, by the way. Thank you very much. Great job down there, as usual. It's time now for our Olympic update. You know the drill. Cover your ears and eyes if you don't want to know altogether. U.S. men's hockey team beat the Czech Republic 5-2 in the quarterfinals. Another goal from former Bruin Phil Kessel. David Krejci did not have a point for the Czechs. The U.S. will next face Canada in the semifinals on Friday, who squeaked by Latvia 2-1. It will be a rematch of the 2010 gold medal game. And in the other semifinal, it will be Sweden and Finland. Tuukka Rask had 37 saves as Finland knocked out the host country Russia 3-1. Lou Eriksson had a goal as Sweden beat Slovenia 5-0. And the U.S. took over the top spot in the medal count today. Now with 23 medals, Ted Liggett became the first American skier to win gold in the men's giant slalom. So there you go. The medals just keep piling up for the USA.
I hate to be a member of that Russian hockey team.
I know. Think about this. All the pressure on them, and they're out.
Sad. At home. Pressure could be increasing, too. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
CBS Evening News coming up in a moment at 6:30.
Scott Pelley joins us live now from New York with this preview. Evening, Scott.
Evening, Paula. Jack, great to be with you as always in Boston. We're tracking a developing story. A new terrorist plot warning has been sent to U.S. airlines today by the Department of Homeland Security. There's apparently reason to believe that a terror plot might be hatched overseas and target an aircraft headed to the United States. Our Wyatt Andrews in our Washington newsroom has been talking to his sources, and he will have details on all of this for you coming up on the CBS Evening News in about 10 minutes.
All right, Scott, thank you. Coming up next on WBZ, Wednesday's Child. How about a little 9-year-old boy on the court with a member of the Harlem Globetrotters? We had a ball.
What is this place? CBS Tonight.
You want to see something here that you're interested in?
Sorry, ladies, but we're here on business. The most shocking.
It takes a little out of me when I see them this young.
This story will only get worse. And the most twisted.
You got a print?
Could be from the last person who touched the car.
The killer.
Crime of the season. A man of the cloth indulging in carnal escapade. What happens there is between me and God. For CSI, CBS Tonight. Catch up online or on demand.
Let's make this clear. Toyota offers more vehicles with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive than any other brand. Period. Like the stylish winter-ready RAV4 with a 5-star overall safety rating and Toyota's most advanced all-wheel drive system. So see your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive specialist. Clear enough? Toyota. Let's go places. Hello. It's President's Month, you know. No phony president sales and lowest prices every day. Hail to the chief of quality, choice, and value.
My customers are really buying up my Mystic sofa and love seat.
And why wouldn't they? At only $7.99 for both pieces?
In electric blue, or special order in camel or chocolate. Only $39.99 more.
Special orders delivered in 21 days or less.
Whichever you choose. It's
a Gogorama of value.
During the Chrysler President's Day event, we celebrate Dwight D. Eisenhower and his interstate highway system. We've taken the greater mobility that he's given us, made it as dynamic and stylish as possible, with greater comfort from sea to shining sea. Celebrate great deals at the Chrysler President's Day event. Get a low-mileage lease on the 2014 Town & Country Touring for $239 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Love to ski but hate the drive?
Ski Bradford.
15 trails, 100% snowmaking.
Lessons for all ages.
Snack bar, Rebels, large base lodge.
Ski Bradford. Ski close to home.
miss the New England Home Show this weekend, Friday through Sunday, at the Seaport World Trade Center, Boston. Get special deals on windows, doors, roofing, kitchens, baths, and so much more. The home show that has it all. Get details and savings online at newenglandhomeshows.com.
This is the Bach Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event.
Come on
down. At Bach Toyota, we have everything you're looking for, all at legendary low Bach Toyota prices. Drive home a brand new Toyota Camry, America's best-selling automobile, for just $95 per month. That's right, lease a brand new Toyota Camry that gets 35 miles per gallon for only $95 per month. We've got it.
We're going to have some fun tonight on Wednesday's Child with a 9-year-old boy who loves basketball.
You know, since the Harlem Globetrotters are going to be in Worcester and Boston in the upcoming weeks, we brought one of the stars to play basketball with Matthew.
You want another one?
Well, here we are with a couple of very famous basketball stars. This is Buckets. He's with the Harlem Globetrotters. This is Matthew. We were at the Framingham Y. Matthew is 9, but he's a pretty good athlete. But what really sets him apart is his quirky sense of humor.
Hey, we got Matthew. Look right there. Hi, everybody. I'm at the Y in Framingham playing basketball.
I'm not a news man.
I know you're not, but you could try it. Couldn't you? Take a big breath. Do it from the diaphragm, baby.
How about I just say hi, everybody?
Okay.
Okay, hi, everybody. Bye.
Would you help out around the house? Matthew?
Depending that I'm lazy. Unless something's fun, I would do it, but unless something's boring.
How about doing windows? No. How about mowing the lawn?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Then I can, goof around.
We had so much more we could have put in. This kid is just was so funny. He doesn't realize how funny he is and how much fun he is.
Hey, he was honest about helping out around the house. I like that.
Yeah, I'm no TV announcer. For more information on our pal Matthew, call the Massachusetts Adoption Resource Exchange, 1-800-882-1176, and a lot of success stories on my website, JackWilliamsWednesdaysChild.com.
Well, stay with us. We've got more news, and we'll be right back.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Honda. Start something special with great leases and low financing on a new Honda. Visit shophonda.com or visit your local Honda dealer.
Good afternoon, everybody. As promised, the flakes of line.
When winter weather hits New England, WBZ chief meteorologist Eric Fisher covers it like no one else.
Now from the mobile AccuWeather lab, this is where we're going to be seeing most of the snow stacked up. Conditions are just right in the atmosphere. As we head through the night, that mixed line starts to move in.
Join Eric Fisher and go wherever the weather takes us. Weeknights on WBZ News.
Hey, hey, baby, you're the one that I love. Hey, hey, baby, you're the one that I'm always thinking of. I'm always thinking.
Introducing the all-new 2014 Subaru XV Crosstrek Hybrid, the most fuel-efficient all-wheel drive hybrid crossover in America. Well equipped for only $25,995.
Take advantage of the event of the year. Don't just dream about new furniture from Bernie & Phil's. Come into any showroom or shop online at BernieandPhils.com and we'll give you a discount equal to double the mass sales tax off your entire purchase. And because this event is huge, you'll also pay nothing in interest. Get great furniture, a double the mass tax discount, and free financing, but it only lasts 1 week. Get to Bernie & Phil's Furniture today.
This month, GMC is going to work for you, using new ideas and incredible thinking to bring you a professional-grade lineup of advanced engineering and higher standards. And with 2 years of scheduled maintenance on the entire GMC lineup, February is a great time for you to step up to a new GMC. Just announced, through February 28th, use your President's Day bonus cash to lease this 2014 Terrain SLE for around $199 per month. Find your dealer at GMCdealer.com.
Today we're showing real people Xfinity Internet. So I want to talk to you a little bit about your internet. You want to tell me a little bit about
Whoa. I bet we can have all three of these guys on their devices and download our favorite HD show. You're going to be impressed. Xfinity delivers the fastest in-home Wi-Fi. Look how fast it is. So, flipping fast. How does this compare to your current provider?
Not as good as this.
We're done.
Get the speed to power all your devices. Upgrade to Xfinity Internet for $29.99 a month for a whole year. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Guys, President's Day is February 17th. My birthday is the 22nd. And my birthday, the 12th. President's Day is not a birthday? I find it unconstitutional. It's a sale. A giant, humongous sale.
It's the Honda President's Day sales event, where you can get a great deal on a great new Honda. Check out the fun-to-drive Civic, the award-winning Accord, or lease the all-wheel drive CR-V for just $219 a month.
It's a sale for the people.
Don't miss the Honda President's Day sales event at your New England Honda dealers.
At CBS News, we only do one thing: original reporting on the Emmy Award-winning CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
Coming up tonight, 11 o'clock, WBZ News. You know, it's a common crime that can turn violent in a hurry. Criminals lurking in the shadows, robbing customers at bank ATMs. Our I-Team reporter Joe Shortsleeve reveals what could be done to combat this crime and why it's not getting done. We'll tell you the story at 11 o'clock on WBZ.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot is worth an estimated $400 million.
Well, that makes it the 6th largest jackpot in lottery history. It's been growing since the end of 2013. You can find out if you won tonight right here on BZ at 11.
Boy, if you won that, maybe you could buy some spring. I don't know.
You could buy a nice house in Costa Rica. Hang out there for a while. Some of us thinking of that tonight.
Eric, thank you so much.
Heavy rain coming tomorrow night, looks like. Have a great night.